You like or you don't like, I am best fighter in the world right now. Thank you.
Oh, that's how you time a takedown.
Yeah, let's see who has the advantage. That's it.
Wow! After decades of battle in the region, Dagestan pushed their young men into wrestling to combat the lures of terrorism.
Republic, when we was kids, we start to do wrestling, you know.
Utilizing their centuries-old fighting and wrestling heritage, the country has instilled wrestling programs that hundreds of thousands of Dagestani men train and fight in.
What they do all day, they put them together and they grapple.
When the kids come to home, mother...
These Dagestani teenagers all share the same dream: becoming an Olympic champion. The message on the school's banner is clear: sports against drugs and terrorism.
It's not just the pride in seeing their athletes succeed on the world's biggest combat sports promotions, but it's the life that success in the pros represents.
Ramazan and hundreds of Dagestani boys train for many hours each day in an effort to reach the top.
Fame and fortune, setting up their families forever. In their battle to combat terrorism in the region, Islam Makhachev, Khabib and their contemporaries are destroying the evils of terrorism one submission at a time.
Those people who destroy our society and what we have built, we will always fight against them.
Are they the greatest fighting nation in the world right now? If Sambo were easy, would it be called Jiu-Jitsu? In the lightweight division, Islam and Khabib have beaten Poirier, Oliveira, McGregor, Gaethje, Dos Anjos, and more. They're yet to lose a championship fight. So let's take a look at what makes lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and his Sambo mastery so special. It's believed wrestling was brought into the region by the Persian Empire in the 16th century, then Sambo by Soviet Russia. Combined with Dagestani's respect for elders, lifelong dedication to mixed martial arts and the mountainous high altitude, perfect for conditioning, Dagestanis have picked up dozens of Olympic medals, UFC and MMA belts and championships in freestyle wrestling and Sambo. Despite the harsh Soviet wars over the decades, the Republic's fighters have honorably represented the Russian flag. Many doubted whether the Dagestani Sambo masters could consistently outstrike the UFC's best stand-up artists.
Oh! Big shot by Martins. It is all over!
But most doubts were put to bed when Dustin Poirier was decisively outstruck by Islam. Islam's also stood toe-to-toe with other star UFC strikers. Dagestan's push for young people to master wrestling is perhaps something for the rest of the world to learn from. Islam's journey began in the small village of Burshi, nestled in the mountains of Dagestan, and under the legendary Saifullah Magomedov, Islam showed the respect for elders and coaches that perhaps sets the Dagestani fighters apart from the rest. But it wasn't until he met Khabib Nurmagomedov and his father, Abdulmanap, that Islam's true path began to take shape.
Islam Makhachev здесь. Khabib еще, наверное, успеет. В школе Базарганова будет сбор.
Under Abdulmanap's guidance, Islam switched to Sambo and then to mixed martial arts. And that's when he discovered the power of Sambo. In 2016, he even won gold at the World Combat Sambo Championship. Islam turned pro in 2010 and started tearing through the Russian MMA scene. He had a tough road ahead of him, though. To support himself while training, he had to work as a security guard. And in 2014, he was diagnosed with a heart condition that threatened to slow his burgeoning MMA career. But Islam never gave up on his dream. He fought through the challenges and kept pushing forward. Islam's first big MMA test came in 2013 against Mansour Barnaoui. Islam showed that he was more than just a grappler. He dominated Barnaoui on the feet and earned a unanimous decision victory. As Islam climbed the ranks, he faced tougher and tougher opponents, and in his second UFC fight, he faced Adriano Martins, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Many expected it to be a tough fight, but Islam got clipped. It was a huge blow for the budding superstar, exposing his biggest weakness on his feet. But the Sambo master came back in his next fight against Chris Wade.
And there is the final horn.
The big victory against Wade started what is one of the longest winning streaks in UFC history. Against Nick Lentz, Islam cruised to a comfortable victory.
Southpaw to try and set up his takedown. One of the biggest complaints in the gym is that he doesn't use it enough. Here you see Nick Lentz, maybe not in this one, right?
There you go, Makhachev, the beautiful trip, just like you said.
Yeah, and those guys are so good in those positions. And in
Islam came up against Brazilian Gleison Tibau and made quick work of him.
I think what's going to be interesting to see who has the advantage. Oh, big left hand. Wow!
Yet again, Islam's career faced a huge threat.
Of course, the guys who jumped in will never fight here. They'll never fight here.
Of course, in the lead-up, there was the Artem Lobov slap. Connor's bus attack.
Well, the chair nearly came at my window, you know, thankfully to the bus driver. I didn't know how far it was going to escalate. You know, all the guys inside, they wanted to fight back, and they wanted to go. Anybody could have a gun or a knife, or, you know, we don't know. And so I jumped to the negative pretty quickly.
And that brawl at UFC 229.
What happened? Somebody took his...
The Dagestani Sambo masters have never been afraid to express their disdain of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Sambo was easy. It would be called Jiu-Jitsu. It would be called Luke Rockhold.
It's actually a funny story. Me and him had a little bit of a beef when I was younger, when I was 16, I think, or 16 or 17. And he used to wear that stupid shirt that said if Sambo was easy, it would be called Jiu-Jitsu or something. I think that's what he wears, right?
For some reason, Dana White didn't follow through, and Islam continued to fight. He faced his toughest test yet against Armenian Arman Tsarukyan.
Streak. Islam Makhachev. They touch him up. Tsarukyan in the red. Makhachev.
It was a battle for wrestling purists and the hyped St. Petersburg crowd.
Careful throwing it, but watch we say that until he lands it.
Yeah, right.
He's shooting a lot here.
Tsarukyan's locked in on the Kimura grip here, but
the defense of this kid is ridiculous.
Still on it.
Kimura.
With some entertaining stand-up in between.
Makhachev's got to make something happen this round.
Wow, that was a really nice little slip over right hand. Oh, kick! Huge kick.
Ultimately, Islam won the majority of wrestling exchanges and the judge's decision.
I would, if I was in his corner, tell him not to spin and kick. No spin. Just...
Oh!
For the winner, by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
A masterful game plan against Davi Ramos was implemented where the fight was almost exclusively on the feet.
Side leg kick from Makhachev. Ramos counters. See, once you touch him, Ramos throws. Almost every single... Ramos immediately counters with a flurry after Makhachev lands. On Islam's way in, his left hand lands again right on the nose. Ouch. Bam.
Islam then rattled off 3 stoppages.
Offensive here off of his back.
Look at the shoulder pressure, though. Look at Dover's face. Oh,
Islam Makhachev.
Oh, my goodness.
Islam Makhachev.
Wow.
Submits Dan Hooker in round 1.
I think this is going to be it.
Referee's going to step in.
That's going to do it. Wow. Islam Makhachev.
Then it was time to test himself against the most elite of the division.
Knee to the body for Charles and a right hand. Chandler retrieves it.
If there's one thing the Sambo masters have done better than their BJJ counterparts, is their mastery of English and fight promotion.
Aí vocês conseguiram. Eu tô aqui. Eu tô aqui. Fica tranquilo. O pai chegou.
In no moment you've ever wanted this.
Poirier is a black belt. But he is. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, bro.
Did when he catch his arm, he go to the do what is this, brother?
Granby roll.
Black belt? Who give? And we have to cancel, brother, many black belt because
why?
They make the jiu-jitsu, you know, look bad.
Charles has black belt.
Yeah, he have black belt. But other the guys, brother, striking guys, who give them black belt? You have black belt?
No. Charles Oliveira has submitted more people in UFC history than anyone.
When the fight came, the Sambo master was too strong on the ground in the first round.
Herzog using his Brazilian Portuguese to tell Charles Oliveira that his hand off the top of the octagon and now taken down. Him down and Islam gracefully came down with him. Oh, big shots.
That's something you don't want. You don't want to just continuously.
The second round stayed on the feet.
Head kick for Makhachev. Yeah.
Then DeBronx got caught trying a flashy attack.
Makhachev was able to hurt Oliveira so many times on the feet. We talked all about his.
In the lead up to their super fight, Islam came up against Volkanovski's fired-up Aussie fans.
The fans' receptions.
It's okay, I just come to Australia to these people. When cage is closed, the people just gonna watch. But you gonna upset guys, sorry.
The fight was a torrid battle, and the Australian fans tried to will their man to an upset.
Good entry there by Volkanovski. Big stick with a left hand by Volkanovski. We're going to start that Islam Makhachev has experienced a fight atmosphere like this. And now he traps Volkanovski. Don't hit the floor with
Volk managed most of Islam's wrestling.
and ultimately win the fight. Listen to this crowd. Situations. Big cracks from Volkanovski under 2 minutes now in round 2.
But Islam landed more clean shots.
Yes, very nice counter. Makhachev has been sharper.
Here we see, some back and forth exchanges. Beautiful body kick by Islam. He's been throwing that all night. Again, what an advantage that is for Islam. And you see, look, Volk straight away going for it. And look at the way he took the back.
The Aussie crowd tried to roar their man home.
There we go, now pushed into the single. Great job by Volkanovski, perfect t-shirt. Typical. Nice left hand. Massive right hand. And he hurts him. Sits him down. As he can. His cardio is a huge weapon. He's non-stop.
25 seconds remain. Trying to steal the victory. Trying to seal the deal. Become a two-weight division champion.
But Volk's late flurry ultimately came up short against the lightweight champ. In the aftermath of the fight, there were serious allegations of Islam cheating. One of Volk's teammates, who Islam submitted in 2021, accused Islam of illegally using IV drips to rehydrate.
Капельниц не было. Я не могу поставить капельницу, потому что это запрещено, и я не прибегаю к этим вещам.
Islam was awarded the Salih Suleiman Medal, the highest honor given by the Dagestan Ministry of Sports, a fitting recognition of his incredible achievements and his status as a true icon of Dagestani combat sports. The Volk rematch came.
Significant strike on 3 attempts. Big connection by Makhachev, shaking off proposition. Kick from Makhachev!
And he made quick work of him this time. In Dustin Poirier, Islam was presented with a well-rounded fighter veteran who'd fought the best of the best. But Poirier couldn't stop the Sambo master. So here's to Islam Makhachev, the Dagestani Sambo master who conquered the world of MMA and silenced American and Australian crowds. The Dagestanis have shown the world you can come from the country but be world-class in and out of the ring. They may inspire thousands of young Russians and Dagestanis, but their discipline, heart, and skills should inspire all young men around the world to dream and succeed. A rematch with Arman Tsarukyan or Oliveira awaits, or a move up to 170 pounds. Will Oliveira gain vengeance for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and finally stop the Sambo master? Whether or not someone breaks Islam's historic winning run, one thing's for sure, they're certainly beating terrorism in Dagestan with their masterful MMA. Make sure to like and subscribe to join the Cheetah Sports Pack for more.